Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off because today I'll be sharing a first look and page through of Epic Legacy Tome of Titans Volume 1 from 2C Gaming. And we will dive into this 5th edition compatible tome right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As mentioned in the open, today I am going to take a first look at the Epic Legacy Tome of Titans Volume 1 from 2C Gaming. This hardcover clocks in at 286 pages. It's written by Ryan Service and does carry an MSRP of $49.95. You can also grab the PDF for $24.95. That said, let's swing on over to the other camera because here we've got the first volume of Tome of Titans. So a couple of things before we jump on in. First off, I want to point out the fine folks over at 2C Gaming were kind enough to provide me with this review copy, but neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang received any other sort of compensation for me to share this coverage with you. And these days, honestly, it's very important that you know that. I'm also going to say picture in picture up here. So that means I'm going to be cutting off the upper left portion of the book as we do a page through. Speaking of page throughs, we're not going to look at each and every page within this tome, but I do want to give you a good idea of what's contained within this volume and give you a better feel for if this is going to be right for your 5e campaigns. That said, let's take a look at the back of the book here. Asmodeus, Cthulhu, the Dark Dragon Queen, all beings of terrific power and extraordinary purpose. In the realm of 5th edition, few creatures can influence a campaign or challenge mighty heroes greater than these. When your game needs an antagonist like no other, Epic Legacy Tome of Titans is here to provide. With his fearsome compendium in hand, discover truly epic threats fit for only the most daring adventurers. Each Titan comes with a selection of resources to make it one of the most world-changing and dynamic characters in your game. Players will gasp in awe and tremble in fear before a Titan's power, then shout with triumph as they overcome one of the greatest challenges in all of 5th edition. What are you waiting for? Open this book and unleash the Titans. I have not taken a peek inside this book, so cracking this open for the first time, this is new to you as it is me. In fact, I'm sure there's probably folks out there going to check out this video who know far more about this than I do. All right, so we have some additional authors here, even though Ryan Service is the one who gets the credit on the front cover. So we also have additional writing by Celeste Conowitch, Jim Davis, Joshua Mendenhall, Paul Wright, John Kelly, and Adi Vizraja. Oh, I know. I just completely butchered that name. My apologies. Let's dive on in. So I should mention that I have already taken first looks at the core rulebook for Epic Legacy, as well as the campaign codex. And those were on my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch. I will share links to those episodes in the show notes as well. So we've got an introduction. We got a little bit of a content warning here, because it contains incredible and terrifying foes to menace your game table. I believe this is essentially a bestiary that is going to feature really massive big bads, because Epic Legacy actually tackles levels 21 through 30 for your 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons characters. So, and there's discussion of how to actually present those kind of adventures to your player characters and your players, I should say. So talking about how these break down with stats, resources, And it looks like we're jumping on in. So we've got Titanic creatures as well. So we have Fiddler. That's what it reads like. The Marching City. All right. So we get some information about that. And then we get an art spread of the Marching City. So it looks like we get a few pages devoted to these Titans. Then we've got some stat blocks for different areas of this city. So battlements and walls, streets and suburbs. That's pretty wild. So it looks like we had quite a few pages devoted to that baddie. So we have a priest king. Not even going to try to pronounce that. So we've got a few of these. And it appears as if we have kind of a different color scheme. So you'll notice we had kind of a almost like a slate color here, and then all of a sudden we're going to a real light blue, and then to a bit of a yellow. Actually, it's Grendelkin. So I wonder if that's kind of like Grendel. Could be. Very possible. Storm Heralds, Brothers of Sound and Fury. Looks like there's a pair of them. Looks like it's a couple of brothers there. It's nice to see that we're getting more than just a stat block and a page of information about these Titanic combatants, enemies. I don't think they're all necessarily villains. So we just saw some were neutral, so they're not necessarily evil. Looks like we've got it's a magic user here. Nair Lothotep, the Crawling Chaos. Yes. So get a bit of Lovecraftian action going on here. I assume we've got Cthulhu since they were on the back of the book. The Chain of Slaughter. Eathsoth. The Sun Lotus. That works pretty nice. One thing I will mention with these Epic Legacy books, the physical presentation and production quality is really, really nicely done. The paper stock is really nice. So these books should hold up to a lot of wear and tear at your game table. So the White Queen, are we diving into a little Alice in Wonderland here? Very possibly. So they're chaotic neutral. So as I mentioned, not all of these are presented as evil. The Worm That Walks. Orcus, there we go. The Demon Prince of Undeath. Hey, the Lost and Damned Template. So we got our challenges, how to utilize this big bad or antagonist in your campaigns. We have next here Shute, Draconic Celestial Judge. Got a good number in here. We've got the Angel of Death. So it looks like we get a 2-page spread of each of these as well throughout. The Once and Future King. Wow. So we get Arthur, wielder of Excalibur. That's pretty wild. Let's take a little closer look here. So they are Titans. They're not necessarily villains. So we have an introduction, code of honor. What is the conflict that you could arise with your player characters and this Titan? Some challenges. The Once and Future King's lair. I'd obviously think that's Camelot. Combat, social encounters. It's a round table. And then we get the stat blocks. They're lawful good. Sweet. The Throne Lord, Master of Magic. Actually, I was going to say there's looks like quite a few pages devoted to that. There we go. Cthulhu. Looks like we've got a few pages devoted to Cthulhu as well. There's deep ones. Eye of the Deep, Star Spawn. Oh, looks like we've got a few minion races here included with that. Nice. Then we have the Lich Child. The Dark Dragon Queen, Mother of Draconic Evil. So, sort of like Tiamat. The Mother of Spiders, Queen of the Drow. So, I'm not sure if this would be Lolth. They're obviously not using that name because I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that Wizards of the Coast has copyright on. So, Mother of Spiders, medium humanoid in humanoid form, or large fiend in spider form. And we got some allies that she can utilize. There we go. Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine. Sweet. These are pretty cool. I'm digging this. Look, we got the Demogorgon. Sweet. I think that might be the last one. Maybe we've got one more after this. Yeah, we do. Primeval Terrasque, the Titan before time. Sweet. So all in all, 284 pages of content. Then we got our index. And then we get some ads for Total Party Kill, the Bestiary, and Dragonflight, which is if you wanted to play as a dragon. So there we get that. So that is the Epic Legacy Tome of Titans Volume 1 from 2C Gaming. Once again, as I mentioned, this is obviously just a first look. There will be a review on the Near Horizon. Sweet. This looks pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to diving into this. I like the fact that we've got a good amount of gaming material devoted to each of the Titans, as opposed to here's a stat block and a page or 2 pages of content for the Dungeon Master and how to utilize that Titan. So it looks like there's a lot of in-depth information for utilizing these Titans in your campaigns. So stay tuned. I will have a review. That is it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when I upload videos such as this first look, it'll also let you know when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you so much for taking time out to watch this video. And until I see you next time, here's hoping each and every one of you gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang. See you next time. Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. Check out the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, or find out what YouTube recommends you check out from the channel. And of course, once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for watching.